October 6th, 2020 will go down as a dark day in both guitar and music history. But instead of feeling down, we should celebrate the music that Eddie Van Halen created. That's what he would have wanted. So what better place to go than the original, the classic Van Halen. Roll the intro. The classic opener with the single bass notes, giving no warning of what's about to happen. What that is a sonic onslaught, with a ripping riff that evolves into the groovy as hell chorus, with the lion that is David Lee Roth providing the vocals, that of which is like no other. Especially when the chorus brings back the riff with the added backing vocals of Michael Anthony. The solo in this song, Eddie was clearly holding back, doing classic rock and roll runs. That was all about to change. I wish I knew the true feeling of when people first heard this solo over 40 freaking years ago. The solo that would go on to inspire so many guitarists, shredders, and just musicians in general. I cannot wrap my head around what that must have been like. Just think of all the music that we would not have today if it wasn't for this. I really don't want to think about that. My life would be drastically different if it did. I can assure you of that. The song that I, and many others for the longest time, thought was a Van Halen original. I have long since remedied that, don't worry. They just put so much life into this classic rock song, adding their own little kinks. Eddie's constant little runs throughout, and his crushing solo. This song is just perfect, and it's impossible to not have a good time while listening to it. The intro to this album is insane. This is one of the greatest riffs in history. All four of these intro songs are considered overplayed these days, but just imagine what it was like when this was new. It was revolutionary, man. What this song shows is that Eddie is not a mindless shredder, as he knows how to use subtlety when it's appropriate. It is also very hard not to sing along with the chorus, especially if you've consumed some confidence potion. It has been way too long since I listened to this complete album, so some of this feels brand new in a way to me. I remember the vocals in the song more than I do the riff, because that speedy little riff is my kind of riff. This song is a shredder's dream, and I can hear some of the inspiration it provided to the well-known virtuosos. Going from a vaguely remembered song to quite possibly my favorite so far. This song just oozes style everywhere. Shooby-doo-wah indeed. Such a damn good groove. I have never been able to resist going womp wow during the chorus. It is just baffling how many classics are on this album. So many people say that Appetite for Destruction is the greatest intro album of all time, and I'm not going to take anything away from it. But I feel people who say that forget how loaded this album is. From the crying guitar, catchy lyrics, constant bass, and drum groove, I love it. Speaking of Appetite, the intro to this song reminds me of Welcome to the Jungle. I can hear the seeds of thrash being planted in this song. A few BPM more and it would be one. Don't forget, there was nothing like this when this album came out. And even as we approach it being a half century old, it still feels fresh. It's mind-blowing. One of my personal all-time favorite riffs. This is your strip dance song of the album. I can just picture the classic, backing female vocalist during live shows just dancing around, just chanting this chorus while Dave and the crowd sings it. I need a damn time machine. The bass also really comes through in this song. Full loaded song, and you will feel it. Get more groove, as that riff is sexy as hell. I really like Dave's vocals in this song, and the fittingly dreamy chorus is just so good. I don't hear this song mentioned much, if at all, but I think it might be the grooviest of all so far. It has elements of 50s barroom jazz, and well, we like. Just hearing the song makes you feel 15% cooler. This song gets played on the radio occasionally, spitting out them ice cream blues. You gotta blast this song in a diner if it has a jukebox. It just oozes cool factor, and you can't help but bust out the Travolta dance when you hear it. Classic rock and roll. Gotta end it with one more killer riff. This song is pure metal in Van Halen style, complete with shred and screams. There isn't much more to say. This album goes out in a blaze of glory. Let's get this out of the way since there's no point in delaying it. This album is first class. That isn't really why we are here. There is really no way to measure the pure impact that Eddie Van Halen had on the music world. Losing him was a severe, gut punch to the music community. And seeing the outpour of love and the community coming together was beautiful. Even those that aren't fans of rock and metal mourned his loss. He meant that much. Thank you, Eddie. You will never be forgotten, and we love you.